in the event of any damage to the buildings, it was my obligation to repair the damage or replace whatever is necessary, to do it as quickly as possible, like kind, like quality. The buildings came down, my obligation now was to put it back. It dawned upon me very, very swiftly that we couldn't let this go. We couldn't let this sit fallow because there were families leaving Lower Manhattan by the thousands. I mean, they couldn't get out of here quickly enough. Firms, commercial firms, were leaving. The only way to reverse it was to rebuild. The only way to rebuild with private money was to take the insurance policies that I owned and collect. Instead of roughly $6 billion, we came out with $4.5 billion. People told us, hey, you'll never succeed, you'll never lease it, no one's going to want the space, you'll never rent it, you'll never finance it, don't build it. Everybody told me it's absolutely insane to do what I was doing, right? But I didn't listen to them, and I went ahead, built this building, and the net result is we leased it, and we financed it for 40 years, and it's an eminently successful building. I think the tower is beautifully designed. I think it will distinguish the New York skyline all over again. The new buildings are towers 2, 3, and 4. When you've got mass transit, which is what business looks for, you've got first-class space, which is what business looks for. You've got a first-class neighborhood, which is what business looks for. You've got an unbeatable combination. What we saw was the magnificence of what we're seeing today, and drove toward that. And happily, things seem to be working in the direction we had expected to begin with. On my 84th or 85th birthday in 2015, 2016, when I think this is really going to be done, I hope that people look at what we've accomplished here and agree that we did a superb job, that we built first-class buildings, iconic buildings, which we will have, that they'll be built to a standard that no one else has ever achieved before, which will be the case at the leading front of technology. The important thing today, instead of looking back, we're looking forward because of what's happening, and what's happening here is very positive.